Hi everyone. So this month's The Book Traveler Box book is The Narrow Book Summer by Anna Youngson. So far we have met the three main characters, Sally, Eve, and Anastasia. Anastasia owns a canal boat, the number one, and she's sick. She doesn't know what she's sick with. The doctors are running lots and lots of tests. And Sally and Eve stumble upon her dog in the boat trying to get out, and they try to rescue it, and they kind of strike up a little bit of a friendship. And Anastasia, on that first meeting, tells them that she is sick, but her boat needs to have some certain repairs done, and but because she needs all these tests and things done, she can't go to where she needs to get this boat repair done. And, says, why don't you, Sally, you and Eve, go ahead and take my boat down there and I'll stay here, So Sally is a housewife and a teacher's assistant, and she's just suddenly decided that she's unhappy with her marriage. She's gonna leave her husband. She doesn't hate him, there's no cheating, there's no drama. She's just bored. She's tired of being the boring wife. So she's gonna leave him. And she blindsides the poor guy with this. He's blindsided. And then Eve, I'm not sure if she got fired or if she quit her job, but she's left it as an engineer. And it sounds like a pretty intense corporation. And so she's left, and she now suddenly doesn't know what's ahead of her. So both Sally and Eve are in this limbo of we don't know what's going ahead of us. Eve has a flat that, of course, Anastasia can move into for testing and get all of her stuff done, while Sally and Eve take the boat to get it maintained and repaired. And so they come up with this plan on first meeting over tea, because both Sally and Eve are a little lost, and I think Anastasia just really needs to get some stuff done. So that all happens in chapter 1. And to be fair, chapter 1 was pretty long. It was 35 pages, which, that doesn't sound long, but it was long, but it was good, and it was packed full of information, and I'm really enjoying the characters, and I'm really enjoying the narrative of their story, and it bounces back and forth between the three perspectives. So, Souvenir number 1 comes at the end of chapter 1. I've already gone ahead and ripped it because I learned from the last book that that's a good plan. So we open it up, and this is what I thought it would be. So when Eve left her engineering firm, there was a placard next to a design model that said constructed from production parts. And she keeps referring back to that saying throughout the chapter. So this is a bookmark that says constructed from production parts. And on the back it has a quote, "We are all extraordinary in ordinary ways," by Anne Youngson, The Narrow Boat Summer. So this is kind of a nice little bookmark. Again, I'm still using my Book Box Traveler insert as my bookmark here, but I like this. I figured it would be this because it kept popping up so much. But I like it as a bookmark, and it's going to probably make me smile every time I use this as a bookmark. Hi everyone. So I realized that when I was making this video to put up on my YouTube, that the section where I described what happened in the book and opened the present and all of that, I took it as a picture. I didn't make it, I forgot to swipe to video and record. So you're going to see the opened gift. It's been quite a while since I read the book, and I don't remember exactly what happened in that section. I know that the ladies were going down the river, and they met some characters that show up a lot, which I can't think of what their names are right this minute. And the male character tells stories. They're kind of like performers, and this gift has to do with the lanterns and let the people on the canal know that the story is about to begin. So sorry that this section seems a little weird. So, as I was saying, this is a stand with a glass ball, which looks like it can have a candle in it for the lantern, but when you flip it over, it says that it's a miniature terrarium. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's actually in there. So as we can see, we have this beautiful glass ball on a stand. I've actually owned one of these before, and I did the plants in them, and then because I kill plants, I killed the plants. I did the air plants, it didn't work. But people who maybe do not have a black thumb could probably put some rocks in there and moss and get it to be a beautiful terrarium. I will, however, not be using it that way because it doesn't work for me. But thankfully, the book Traveler gave me a second option. There is another bag in there that says the Sunset Stories. And it includes lovely little tea light candles. And they smell like vanilla. There's a lot of forest fires right now, a lot of wildfires going on, so my allergies are acting up, so I'm not smelling so well, but I think they're vanilla. So that is a beautiful little candle holder. Okay, so I just finished up chapter number 4, and in chapter 4 we met Arthur, who is Anastasia's friend. It's an old man, and he comes onto the boat and he offers to work the locks for Sally and Eve in order to earn a ride down the canal. And he says he's gonna meet up with Anastasia, but then he changes his mind and he decides to leave before Anastasia comes. And then Anastasia meets Eve and Sally and looks at the boat. And she's just her crotchety old self, although it does seem that her health is not doing so well, which worries me a little. I'm not thrilled with that. Not thrilled with that. I really like her. I really like her philosophy on life. She's this strong, independent woman that, you know, takes life at her own pace and sees the beauty around her. It's an amazing philosophy. But we are now on Souvenir number 3, which I tried to record this video. I thought I'd hit record, and instead I just took a picture. So I've already ripped the label. But this is the gift I've been looking the most forward to. When I opened the box, I could smell it. It's fresh and light and airy. It has kind of a citrusy underscent, but maybe it's like ferns. I don't know. I can't place it. I have a horrible sense of smell, and I cannot name things. But I do want this. So let's go ahead and open up Souvenir number 3, which is recommended to be opened at the end of chapter 4. Haha. Ooh. So this is a cold process lemon soap. So when Arthur was at the boat, he took a shower and they mentioned the lemon soap. And I had suspected that might be the gift. But Sally's lemon soap, yep. But oh, it smells so good, guys. I don't even know. Like, you know, maybe one of these days I'll figure out all this stuff. And it's obviously a handmade soap. It's not store-bought. Oh my god, it smells so good. Oh, I love that. I love that. So, we have just finished chapter number 5 of The Narrow Book Summer by Anne Youngston. And the ladies are still just floating along down the river. We have found out that Anastasia has lung cancer and needs to have a tumor removed from her lung. Because she's such a, I'm gonna call her a hard ass. We're gonna call her a hard ass, that's what she is. Because she's such a hard ass, you really don't know whether or not she is living or dying. You don't know, because she's a hard ass. But Eve and Sally are really reflecting on each other's lives and their own lives, and they really seem to be becoming fast friends, and I really enjoy the dynamic between the two of them. But now we reach Souvenir number 4. So I totally admit I have no idea what this souvenir is.
I did not make any guesses during the book as to what the Souvenir was. So this is a complete mystery. It's a little thing. The food was good and the glows sustained even through the Scrabble game. Sally came very close to beating Anastasia, and she was third, a poor third. Okay, so this is really tissue paper. Oh, look at that. That is really pretty. Read a book, stay cozy from Scrabble Tiles. Oh, I really like that. That is a really nice little knickknack. It was going to look lovely on my bookshelf. That is a beautiful little decoration. Okay, so I was just informed that this lovely little item that I called a sign, made by Elisa's Art Shop, is actually a coaster. That probably makes more sense that it's a coaster. My bad. Okay, so I have finished chapter 6. They have continued to move along the canal. There's been an incident involving 2 of the other canal boaters, Trombette and Billy. Billy apparently has a drug issue, and it's unclear what exactly happened, but he fell into the canal, and then Eve went in and saved him, and the next morning the police were there, and then Trombette and Billy were gone, so Eve and Sally continued their way down the canal. Sally has gotten another new haircut, and it's really a process of reinventing or finding herself. I'd like to say that there's a whole bunch of plot movement going on, but it's not a plot movement book. It's more the dialogue shows you the character growth, and I don't even know how to completely explain how that's happening, but you can see that Eve and Sally are really finding themselves. They had been put in this place where their whole world had been shook up, and they're now really looking in, and they've slowed down, and they're really figuring out who they are as people. So it's pretty good. But let's go ahead and open up Souvenir number 5. I have scissors. Makes it easier. A little card that says, "The kettle which Sally had filled before the drama started was put on the hob at last, and Eve drank her tea in bed, barely keeping her eyes open long enough to finish it." So this was right after they had rescued Billy from the canal. Oh, and it looks like we have some tea. So this is the Narrow Boat Nights Herbal Tisane, Tisane. I don't know, I'm horrible. But it's called the Luna Tea. And it has green rubies, linden, lemon peel, urethro, marshmallow. That's a new one. Ginger root, anise, rose petals, red spearmint, lavender. Oh, that looks lovely. I don't want to open it. I'm going to open it to smell it. Again, I'm all stuffed up, so I may not smell well. Oh, it smells delicious. You can really smell the spearmint. I do love myself a good mint tea. So that was gift number 5. Souvenir number 5 was some tea from the night Billy fell in the canal. Okay, so I have now finished chapter 7. Trombette has reached out to Sally and Eve, mainly Sally, to let them know that Billy has been arrested for drug possession and apparently murder. Not so great. Sally has told her to meet them at Owen's, which is where they are taking Anastasia's boat to be repaired, and they'll figure some things out from there. There really wasn't much story movement. There was more internalization. Sally's trying to figure out who she wants to be. She's really enjoying being on her own and not the matriarch of a family. I don't know if she'll go back. I thought maybe she would, but I'm beginning to think that maybe this is really what she wants. So who knows? But that takes us to gift number 6, souvenir number 6. It's in this really pretty blue bag. Let's go ahead and open this. Oh, so one of the things that happened in this chapter was that Eve's neighbor Jacob needed to deliver some things to Anastasia in the hospital, and some of the things that he delivered were what they called lotions and potions. So this is an oatmeal, milk, and honey lotion. Let's see if I can smell it. My smell. She has all those yummy things and I can't smell anything. Oh, it's kind of like a warm oatmeal vanilla scent. Ooh, I really like that. I really, really like that. And then what is this Potions? Potions is a Shea Butter Lip Balm brought by the Book Traveler. I suspect that this probably has a scent, but thanks to my nose, I can't smell it. I don't know. Can you smell what it is?
I can. It's very faint.
Okay, according to my son, it has a very faint smell, but he doesn't know what it is.
It's kind of like that.
So he says that it smells similar to the oatmeal, milk, and honey lotion. It looks like it has a vanilla bean on the picture. It's too faint for me to smell with the condition of my nose. But it glides on nice and nice. So, got ourselves some lotion and some lip balm, and this is all from our maven of minimalism. Good morning, everyone. So, I have finished the Narrow Book Summer by Anne Youngson. I finished it last night and I didn't get a chance to record till this morning. It was a really good ending. Eve has been given a new opportunity on a new engineering project. And she is going to go ahead and take that. And Sally has decided to, yes, indeed, divorce her husband. And Eve and Sally are going to buy a house and a narrowboat. And they're going to make sure that it's somewhere where there is enough room for Anastasia and Trombette, to dock up. Anastasia has come through her surgery just fine. She's on chemo, but there's potential for recovery. So it ends on a pretty happy note. They've really found who they are. I don't know how to explain how this book was. I don't know how to explain the growth that the characters went through without getting really, really, really in depth into who people are, and that's not what I want to do on this. The plot itself is pretty straightforward. The plot is pretty linear, but the character growth, that's what drives this novel. And they become very well-rounded and complete people by the end of the book. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open my souvenir. Souvenir number 7. Okay, so we have a quote card. Where order meets chaos are the possibilities. It's gonna look lovely on my quote wall. And we have our thank you letter and travelogue, which I will not read, but it's a nice little letter from the owner of Book to Traveler that talks about why she enjoyed this book and a little bit about why she chose it. So, thank you, everyone. Until next time.